Hello and welcome. It's Chris-Anne coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chris-Anne. I'm still sick, but the show must go on. I post a video every single day. We're going to be making things with the things that we've been making. So I have stuff, but I have it. So I have the 3 paper dolls that we made the other day using the gel press wings. And I have some paper here, these, and I'd like to make some pockets with these papers. Pockets that we're going to then go and use in our journals. Art journals, junk journals, whatever it is that you make. Hold on. Have my tea here. I will be drinking from it regularly. So I have a whole collection of stuff. And what I want to put in these pockets is I always put in some tarot cards into every journal that I make so people can see sort of like what their thing is. So I have these. These are not from a real deck. Quite a long time ago, I did a video talking about buying from those online overseas sites selling tarot and oracle decks versus the real decks and the size difference, the quality difference, all of that. So I've taken those cards and I now put them in all the journals that I make. I don't sell the decks. I don't do anything like that. But I'm putting them to decent use just because I don't want to create more garbage. So that's what I'm doing. So anyways, I have this whole stack of paper from online sites that are overseas. And I mean, there are some decent things you can get from them. I'm not saying everything is bad, but you need to be savvy. And that was what the theme of my video was. So let me pick 3 pages here. I kind of like those 3. Oh, that was pretty. Maybe I'll use that. Okay, so here's my 3. Well, 4. Let's see which ones we like with which. That one's pretty. Oh, I can't really see the things behind it. That's pretty. Let's see this one. All right, I like her on that one. Okay, I like her on that one. Now it's kind of covering up most of it, but you can still see some of the pretty flowers. So we're going to go with that. And we're going to turn these into pockets. We're going to layer them on black paper, of course. And the other thing that I have here is I have some book page. I have some white paper. You know what? Let me just use the black paper. I have more black paper. This black paper was 4 by 5.5, I believe. Let me measure it again. Yep, 4 by 5.5. So, you know what? Let me cut a couple more of these. And you know what? Let's use this paper. I always say that I use the paper here at my desk. You know what? Let's use up. So you're not going to see it. So let's use up this white one. So this will be the backing. So let's do, I know this always looks like it's coming right out. Let me just double check. I think it was 4 4 inches across. Yep. All right, and I only need 3. So we'll keep that for something else. And that for something else. So the first thing I want to do is assemble the actual pockets. Hold on. Ay, ay, ay. My art glitter glue. And I'm just going to glue 2 together like that. And make this, I'm going to do this as its own freestanding pocket. So if I want to glue this directly to my book, I can. Tuck it behind a belly band. Now these pockets are going to be considerably bigger than the cards that I'm going to be putting in them. And that's okay. So even if this is seen, you can cover it with whatever. You can use 2 pieces of black paper if you want. I don't care. You do what serves you best. Okay. So we only have 3 of these that we're going to be putting together. And not a lot of talking for me. Actually, let me do the corners first. Okay, so this is the open part. And then let's do the notch hole. Oh, line everywhere. Hold on. I've been drinking so many cups of tea. Now, if there's any white paper edge showing, coming along with either black or brown ink. I'm using Distress Oxide, so I mean, yes, it will show up a little bit on the black paper, just on the edge. Doesn't bother me. Okay, that's the open end. Ooh. And there is a little bit of white here. Now, you can either come in and trim it, or you can just add some ink to it. There. That's the open end. This one has a little bit of white showing. So I can either come in and trim that, or I can just color it. Okay. Come on, you. Let's move all these little bits out of the way. Hold on. Oy. Oh my goodness. Okay, now let's glue the fun things on. All right, you know what? I went around the corners, and I think I need to do all three at the same time because these are fairly thin. There. And, yeah. Oh, you know what? The notch hole. I need to do just a hair. So it lines up. There. See it a little better when it's up here. We're going to further decorate these. Let me, should I put this on now? You know what? I'm going to hold off. This one got all messed up. I want to decorate some other things on this that I might put behind her. So let me just leave that one there and we'll continue on with the others. All right. I'm using ground espresso, like I always do. hoping I feel better very, very soon. You know, the funny thing is I'm able to communicate without my voice, but the majority of the population will just say can't because of ignorance. So yeah, I can communicate through sign language. Doesn't matter whether I have a vocal cord voice or not, I still have a voice. There. Never understood for the life of me why they don't teach children sign language when there's such a huge population here in the United States that is deaf. I find that ignorant. But what do I know? I'm just a self-taught sign language interpreter who's multilingual in sign language. Whatever. Okay. Okay, now I have some other fun goodies. You know what? I have I have a bunch of these fun tickets and tags and things. Let's use some of these. And then I have some of these stickers. This one's pretty. I don't want to cover too much of this one. Those are under that, of course. I didn't line it up very well. That's all right. I think this one's seen better decades. This one I want to cut. There, put that there. And then we made some of these little goodness, we made some of these little whale tails as well recently. You know what, we'll use that one. Okay. Let's glue this down. And let's glue down we'll do it right there. Cute. Now, I don't know if these are too wide. That'll be my luck. I didn't do the glue on the edge enough. There, perfect. I'll leave that. Just kind of sticking over. The green kind of matches these greens. Nice. Now, if I don't like this, I can cover it. But if it's a junk journal, leave it. So there's one. Let's continue on. I don't know what that means, but we're doing it. Ay, ay, ay. Running out of tea. You know what? Let's move that over. We'll use that one. There. Okay. Oh, put a card in it. Okay, last but not least. I don't even know if some of these are upright or reversed or whatever. So I'm slowly getting my strength back because I'm able to do some videos. Did a little bit of cooking yesterday. Did 3 loads of laundry. Didn't fold them, but I did them. And we'll see. And this one has that dangle bit on it. So tonight, I've already started to thaw. I made a fish chowder the other day. Gluten-free, dairy-free fish chowder. I used almond milk. And, you know, I had taken it and put it in the freezer. And I'm like, why did I freeze that? I need it now. So, that will be my dinner. If my son wants some, great. If he wants something else, that's okay too. This is reversed, so I'm just gonna turn it around. There. There's that one. So when I go to put together the different journals, these already have the cards in them and everything. So if I wanted to take this whole thing and put it behind a belly band, I'm always looking for things to put behind a belly band. This would be perfect. There. Easy peasy way to use some of the items that we've been making and we've been working on. Let me bring all 3 of them back out. Let me put some of this stuff away. Hold on. Oh, got my tea bag. Okay, so we that one. Oh, yeah. We have that one. That looks so pretty with her. I like this one. I'm not big on the bows, but I think that little cluster of items looks really pretty with her. And of course, I love the gypsy. I like all of them. So, easy way to use some of the items that we have been making and crafting and turn them into a really simple set of pockets. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Check out my website, www.elementalenergieswithchristiane.com. And thanks so much for tuning in. Hope to have my voice back very soon because it's driving me nuts not making all my stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.